When talking about the most exciting events that happen in the NBA or the biggest rumors that we hear, the one thing we as NBA fans always look forward to is what trades are going to happen. As of right now, we are getting so many trade rumors out there and potential NBA players that will be traded in this upcoming offseason. From the simple role players to your NBA superstars, all the rumors are there, and in this video, I'm here to address that. When talking about an NBA team, one of the most important factors of staying competitive in the NBA is to make good adjustments. A good NBA general manager knows that trading can literally change your team. Sometimes these trades are a big risk, but sometimes you gotta take big risks to get big rewards. And in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys 7 NBA superstars that is in the center of the trade rumor talk. 7 NBA superstars that are likely to be traded in this upcoming offseason or this upcoming season. A lot of the players on this list could be some of your favorite players, so make sure you guys are watching this whole video to know exactly why they are being traded. But before I get into this video, I just want to say if you're new to the channel and love basketball, welcome to ezBUCKETz. I make basketball videos on a daily basis, so if you want good basketball content, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications to not miss any of my upcoming videos just like this. We are currently on the road to 30,000 subscribers, guys, and I love the support that I've been getting for this channel. I started this channel 2 years ago, and there are no signs of stopping, so be sure to hop on board and join the Easy Gang. But without further ado, let's talk about the 7 NBA superstars that are likely to be traded in this upcoming offseason. The first NBA superstar is Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards. Bradley Beal has been known to be one of the most loyal players in the NBA, even though he's with a losing organization. In the past 2 seasons, the Wizards have not been a playoff team led by Bradley Beal and John Wall. The truth and reality of it is that if the Wizards still focus on this duo to be their franchise players, I don't think they're gonna have a good run at a championship anytime soon. Bradley Beal is a tremendous player. Alone, he's averaging 30 points per game this season. But one thing that Bradley Beal has really expressed is that he does not like losing. On January 15, Bradley Beal had an interview, and these were his exact words. "I don't like losing, I'm sorry. Especially winnable games, I don't like losing. So my frustration is gonna keep building up for me until we start winning and changing our culture." Analysts out there are saying that the Wizards won't be a winning culture anytime soon, so Bradley Beal needs to put himself in the best opportunity possible by actually demanding a trade with the Wizards. He's been linked to the Denver Nuggets, the Miami Heat, but the biggest one and biggest news and rumor we're hearing is Bradley Beal could potentially be joining Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant on the Brooklyn Nets. I personally think that Bradley Beal should find the best opportunity, and going to the Nets would give him an instant shot at a great championship run. The next NBA superstar is DeMar DeRozan, currently of the San Antonio Spurs. DeMar DeRozan was traded from the Toronto Raptors to the Spurs last year for Kawhi Leonard, and that trade specifically literally put a toll on DeMar DeRozan's career. Playing at the top of his game in Toronto, his game definitely declined in San Antonio because of the system and how Greg Popovich uses the team. DeMar DeRozan has made it clear that when he hits free agency, he will not be signing with the Spurs, and the Spurs know this, which means they're going to try to do whatever they can to put DeMar DeRozan in the best trade talks possible so they can get as much assets for him instead of losing him for nothing in free agency. DeMar DeRozan to me is still an all-star player, but he is declining, so that's why I believe he should be put in a new spotlight to show everybody that he's still worth that all-star spot. And with the Spurs not being competitive at all, they're not even in the playoff picture right now, DeMar DeRozan definitely wants a new home. There are many rumors out there that DeMar DeRozan could potentially be going back to the Toronto Raptors. There are many rumors about DeMar DeRozan being traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. But 100% sure the Spurs are going to be busy in this upcoming offseason because both DeMar and LaMarcus Aldridge are going to be in heavy trade talks. The next NBA superstar is Chris Paul, currently of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Chris Paul has been one of the most surprising players in the 2020 season because of how well and how far he's taken OKC. Being their point guard leader, their veteran experienced mentor, Chris Paul has led OKC into an easy playoff picture. The reason why this is surprising is because Chris Paul was not expected to be doing this well for OKC, and before the season started, nobody expected OKC to be this good. They weren't even expected to make the playoffs. But you know what? Chris Paul has proved himself that at 35 years old, he still has game. When talking about his age, Chris Paul is 35 years old and has never won an NBA championship or has gone to the NBA Finals. And now is the best time for Chris Paul to do so. The NBA knows his value, knows his worth, so OKC should use that value and put him in the best trade scenarios possible for their team. The bad part about Chris Paul being traded is that his salary is $41 million that season, so it's definitely going to be hard to find a trade for him, but he's been linked to many teams. He's been linked to the LA Lakers, the LA Clippers even, but most importantly, the New York Knicks is a big one. In my personal opinion, I don't think OKC can keep this up every single year if Chris Paul is there, so right now is the best time to trade him at his highest value point. The next NBA superstar is Kevin Love of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kevin Love has been with Cleveland forever, since they started with LeBron and Kyrie, and he is the only one out of those three to still remain in Cleveland. Cleveland is in fact one of the worst teams in the NBA, and with Kevin Love being an NBA vet, he's not going to really want to stay with a bunch of rookies that gives him no shots at an NBA championship. He did resign a big max contract, but of course just to get the money, but he's still been linked to many teams. And the Cleveland Cavaliers knows for a fact that trading Love could give them the best possible future. Kevin Love is still a great NBA player, and when he's given the minutes, given the touches, he's easily a 20 and 10 point player. He has been linked to many teams looking for a starting power forward center that can shoot the ball and spread the floor at a veteran rate. The Portland Trail Blazers need a good power forward, the Toronto Raptors have been linked to Kevin Love, but most importantly, the Phoenix Suns, an upcoming team in the NBA, should love Kevin Love on their roster. With Devin Booker running that combo point guard position and DeAndre Ayton being at the center, Kevin Love can do what he's comfortable at spreading the floor and shooting the three ball. Kevin Love to the Suns could actually happen, so stay tuned for that in this upcoming offseason. The next NBA All-Star is JRUE Holiday of the New Orleans Pelicans. JRUE Holiday is originally a point guard in the NBA, but being on the roster the Pelicans have right now, he has been shifted to shooting guard. JRUE Holiday is one of the most efficient guards in the NBA and known to be one of the better defenders at that guard position. With his built body, his fast reflexes, and his defensive-minded ability, JRUE Holiday's value to the NBA is definitely high. The truth and reality about JRUE Holiday's position and his role for the Pelicans is that the Pelicans don't need JRUE because they're already surrounding their future around Lonzo, Ingram, and Zion, and these three are taking all the usage rate away from JRUE. With his salary being $26 million per year, it's not going to be that hard trading JRUE because his value in the NBA, a lot of teams do want him. The Pelicans did say they love having JRUE on the roster because he can kind of be a mentor to Lonzo and the young players on the team, but to think about JRUE Holiday's future, he has not really experienced NBA playoffs at a high rate. So JRUE Holiday being traded for the Pelicans could give him back into that all-star shape, because when he was an all-star last year with Anthony Davis, he was averaging 21 points per game and 8 assists per game. Although trading JRUE Holiday is good for JRUE's future, staying with the Pelicans is not a bad idea also. But if he does stay, his game won't be maximized to the highest potential. The next NBA superstar is Blake Griffin of the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons have not been quiet and have expressed themselves to say that they're on a full rebuild mode. Trying to surround their team around Christian Wood, they don't need Blake Griffin there anymore, and they've proved it by already trading Andre Drummond. The team's future was surrounded by Andre Drummond and Blake Griffin's success as their dual frontcourt, but proving that they've already traded Drummond, Blake Griffin could be next on that trade talk. When healthy, Blake Griffin is literally one of the best power forwards in the NBA, but recently, he has not been healthy and has dealt with many injuries. The Detroit Pistons should really worry about Blake Griffin's longevity with the team, and right now, with Blake Griffin's value point still being pretty good in the NBA, they should trade him before his value decreases. Blake Griffin will be getting $36 million in this upcoming season, and you know what guys, if the Pistons want to rebuild, they're going to want to trade Blake Griffin for as many assets possible. There are many teams looking for a strong power forward in the NBA, and with Blake being a dominant offensive player, a lot of teams do need that scoring punch. Blake has been linked to the Miami Heat, the Portland Trail Blazers, and the San Antonio Spurs, but in my personal opinion, Blake Griffin to the Heat is actually a big possibility. The Heat have many players they could trade for Blake. Derrick Jones Jr., Jay Crowder, now Andre Iguodala. They have enough salary cap and money to attempt at Blake. And with the Pistons' future not looking so bright, Blake is probably going to want to get out of that as soon as possible. The last NBA superstar on this list is Joel Embiid of the 76ers. Yes, I know this news is pretty crazy because Joel is the franchise player of the Sixers, but hear me out. There are a lot of financial issues wrong with Ben Simmons and both Joel Embiid there currently. With the roster of Tobias Harris, Al Horford, and Josh Richardson, their salary cap is actually over the luxury tax. As of right now, the Sixers are using $140 million in their guaranteed salary, but their luxury tax cap is at $139 million. Usually for an NBA team, they don't really want to go into luxury tax and only will if they have to, and the Sixers right now are actually at a spot where they have to actually clear some cap space. And during the regular season this season, there are so many rumors out there saying if the Sixers had to trade Ben or Joel, which one would they trade? And many analysts came to a conclusion that Joel Embiid is literally the player they should trade away from Sixers. One of the main factors to this is because Joel Embiid is not a durable player. He gets injured really easily. Before this season started, the Sixers were expected to be literally the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, but right now they're struggling to fight for the 5th spot. That shows that the 76ers cannot reach their maximum capacity and maximum potential with Ben and Joel, so trading one of them could actually happen. Many analysts are linking Joel Embiid to the New York Knicks or the Atlanta Hawks, but you know what guys, there are many teams out there that could love a dominant center of Joel. In this upcoming season, expect a lot of rumors surrounding Joel because this is actually something that is going to be big. But yeah guys, this wraps up my video today on 7 NBA superstars that could potentially be traded. If you loved the video, be sure to smash that thumbs up button to show your love and support. I am sure I've missed a lot of other NBA superstars that will likely be traded this season, so if there's any players that you guys think I should have put in my video, leave them down in the comment section down below. But yeah, other than that, take it easy, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time on ezBUCKETz. Woo!
Ay, look at that boy, huh? Cooking up joints like run at the school, huh? Like you already know, never got help, so did it myself, doing so well, I bet you can't tell that I've been running like this my dance, yeah.